Welcome back into Fox Weather Live. Tropical Storm Bertha is lashing along the Gulf Coast. We have Fox Weather Meteorologist Marissa Torres. She's live in New Orleans. She's joining us tonight, kind of carrying through the show with those live updates. Marissa, you had that landfall earlier today, and we still have a couple of tropical storm warnings up, but you're now seeing a couple of even breaks of sunshine. So it's been a really wild day for you.
Yeah, an interesting one, kind of a weird one. It was nice to get a break from the heat. So if nothing else, Bertha delivered the clouds and some gusty winds. And we've been looking to the south. Earlier when I checked in with you, we had some blue trying to peek through. The clouds have been moving so fast. We still have some pinwheels of moisture coming through Louisiana and a little bit of Mississippi, but that moisture, it is few and far between. Light rain is what's been overall impacting New Orleans throughout the afternoon and evening. We could see more of it, but the ground is dry, and it has been for the most part. We had one almost moderate shower, and everything has dried up already. Temperatures have been in the mid-80s. We didn't need the heat alerts that were originally in place from this morning because the cloud cover came in and stuck around from even before the sun came up. So we're on the backside of Bertha. Now we just have to look ahead, Kiana, to see what's next and who's next. And you look further down the Gulf Coast, you have now the southeastern part of Texas and Houston also eyeing to see what could be in store for them for Thursday.
And it's so interesting because this is a storm, as you mentioned, that has had so many different levels of uncertainty or maybe just like question marks in its forecast. And here we go again. We have maybe another breath of life for Bertha because we made that landfall earlier today, but we know that most of the storms have been kind of geared towards the south of the center of circulation. That's courtesy of wind shear, keeping the storm lopsided. Well, now that new round of thunderstorms to the south may, birth, if you will, a new center of circulation. So that's where an area like Houston has to be mindful. They may have heard, okay, we had that landfall in Louisiana, we're good over here in Houston or in Texas in general, and then you look at the forecast and you're like, wait, Bertha has a new life, it's heading our way.
Yeah, it would be kind of interesting to see a new center develop, right? I mean, either way, you see something a little messy heading towards the Texas Gulf Coast. And so if we do get that center out of this, perhaps we do see those tropical storm watches get upgraded to warnings for the Houston area, and maybe we see them extend further down the coastline. Either way, I think the Texas coast needs to prepare. Now, if you're on the northern side of it, it'll be a little gustier, not as much rain. If you're on the southern side of it, heavier rain and perhaps some stronger winds and stronger storms.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing that, like you had experienced that here in New Orleans a bit, and even Brandy showed us, those impacts there back in Biloxi, Mississippi. The northern side, we've pretty much seen the heavy gusty winds, and then most of the rain stayed offshore. Could that be the case over towards Texas if this scenario even plays out? That's quite possible. Most of the models do want to agree that we may have this more southerly track where we could see these storms kind of roll into Corpus Christi, but Houston is still in that cone of uncertainty, or in that cone from the National Hurricane Center.
Yeah, so I think, Houston, Texas, we know July landfalling systems. We talked about Beryl earlier. Beryl came 2 years ago in the month of July. Granted, its origin story was different. It was the main development region, but it eventually did make landfall in Matagorda Bay in the month of July. And so I think knowing that these systems don't tend to get that strong, they don't have a lot of real estate to work with in the terms of Bertha, staying close to the coastline, in addition to the wind shear, it's not going to have a ton of opportunity to gain strength. So we're not looking at hurricane potential, but we'll see if it's able to regain that tropical storm strength, because that current center, it's weakening. Things are continuing to just, weaken as they move across portions of Louisiana. We pay attention, as you mentioned, further offshore where most of the convection has been.
Yeah, it's going to be a forecast, I think, worth watching, especially for the Lone Star State, and maybe even for our folks that are right along that state line in Louisiana, too. But we'll certainly be watching it through the end of the week.